Good morning, everybody on YouTube here. Good to see you and good to have you here this morning as I'm running new software here. So please let me know if you're tuning in here, if the audio sounds correctly or not. I'd appreciate that. I will. Let me know. There. Yeah, let me know if the audio is coming through on the new. Had to go get a new computer and get all that stuff set up here for the last week since last Saturday. So let me know how things sound here. Sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good enough. Making sure all the audio systems are talking to each other. Okay. What else we got going on here? I should probably get this stuff downloaded and ready to go here. Why doesn't that work? That's why. Sometimes these cords get a little bit old. I should probably get some new ones. It's one thing, if you live in an area where it's like, I'll just run down to the store and grab this. Now I got to go to like Amazon and order all these different cables and cords. Keep on hand, everything extra ready to go. What else am I missing here? There it is. Get old Shirado on here. See if I can wake him up. He's probably up already. There it is. Technology, man. What would you do without it? Morning, Waylon. Good to see you, buddy. Pretty sure Karina can get a Dode tag next year. I'm pretty sure she can too.
Hello.
Morning, Kurt. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Not so bad.
Good.
We're live. We're live on YouTube right now, so just to let you know.
Oh, all right. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, coming through nice.
Okay, I'm on my headset, so I wanted to make sure you could hear good.
You like a big trucker headset? A big boom like Billy Blanks? Are you doing Tybo?
Well, you're close. I came down to the gym to get on the treadmill.
There you go.
So I'm going to hang out in the gym while we talk today. Yeah. Still there?
Yeah, I'm getting messages here.
Oh, okay.
What the heck is going on here? All right. Yeah, I'm just working with a couple stations here trying to get my YouTube feed here.
Yeah, sure. Take care of what you got to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, got your deer hunting done?
I do not. First time in a lot of years. I've haven't made it out there too much this year. I'm up in Watford City for granddaughter's volleyball, so I'm kind of out of commission until tomorrow again. So it's going to be a shortened deer season for me. Next week they go to state, and so yeah, I gotta get out when I can, I guess.
Yeah.
Not as ambitious as other years with everything we got going on. So with deer season and all the EHD, it's a little depressing.
It's very depressing. You guys get hit pretty good on the Heart River.
Yeah. It's just, there's still deer there, but it's like, I don't even know in my heart. I'm not even sure I want to shoot one. I do have an either or tag, so I can kind of got my heart set on looking for a mule deer, I guess. And in that area, they're not it's hard to find a good one, but I don't even know. I'm not even sure I'm going to shoot a whitetail if I see it, unless it's something really, really special, I guess. I don't know. It's just a little heartbreaking, I guess, to see it all happen and
It's absolutely.
it's going to affect us for many years to come.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, they're always worried about CWD, but they never once look at EHD, do they?
No.
Don't. I
wow,
mean, I guarantee 95% of the whitetail on the Little Missouri River down here are dead. I guarantee it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard those numbers, 80, 90%, a lot of ranchers, farmers, just friends that or whatever. High percentages. Although everybody I've heard is over 75% is what they're kind of guesstimating.
Yeah.
That's devastating. I mean, that's terrible, huge numbers.
Well, our neighbor has a pivot down on the Little Missouri here. And I mean, you're guaranteed to see a couple hundred deer down there all the time.
Sure.
Zero.
No, you're kidding.
Walk through the weeds in the along the river, and they're all dead. Just tripping over them.
I got out the other day during the week. I snuck out an evening after work and going into a spot southwest of Bismarck a ways. I could smell dead deer. Going in and out of there, but I was very pleased to see I saw about 13, 14 white-tailed does and 2 little scrubber bucks in there.
Yeah.
And my host set the whole night, so I was extremely pleased even to see that. But what I could smell walking in and out of there, you knew there's more there.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, but I guess what do you do, right?
No,
I mean, Mother Nature's going to take care of what she's going to do, and that's just going to be part of it. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure our rebound is going to be as fast as the decline was, or if anything close.
Not even
I'm
close.
not sure how that can happen. But like you said, there's nothing we can do about it now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy. But the main story that's on social media, what's the Game and Fish pushing right now? Have you even seen them?
No, I have not.
Chronic waste disease.
Oh yeah.
Got to watch out for that because it was spotted in Minnesota, and it's possibly coming over. I'm like, there's no white-tailed left. There's pockets, I guess. I mean, there's definitely pockets of good hunting. There's no doubt about it, but still.
Yeah. Well, I think we got other issues on our hand that we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Take precedence, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's my entire life, I don't think I've ever seen anything that devastating that fast. I mean, we've had, ifs and buts in a few years of this happening, a few numbers here and there, but not like this.
Yeah. Well, the West River side of South Dakota opens up today for rifle season. East River's next weekend, I guess.
Yeah. Be interesting when things are all done. What I guess I know what people are saying already.
Yeah.
I mean, anything out west and central is not good.
No.
You're out, no matter what you see here or say, you're always I got a few friends shot some really nice deer. I mean, there's some out there, no question about it. Everything I've seen is mid-state and east of here, and there's going to be some nice ones shot out here. There always is. But golly, if you look at the big picture, the entire state as a whole, it's devastating.
Sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is. And you feel helpless about the whole thing. There's really nothing you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to share this here.
Keep going. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, I can't see why he's not getting it here.
So where are you hanging your hat this morning?
I'm at home.
At home? Yeah. What's the weather doing? I'm not too far from you, actually. I'm probably just straight north of you now.
Yeah. It's going to be a little windy today here, but just overcast, I guess. 50 degrees today.
Yeah, we had that wind was a little nasty Friday across the entire state. It made things a little ugly, but quick little rebound here. It's going to get nice again for a couple days, it looks like.
Yeah. Jesse, if you're listening, send Todd Mitchell the link to this show, please, right now through the Facebook Live link. If you're listening, let me know if you heard that or not, please, because he is having a hard time finding the live stream. Thank you. Chuck Hansen, good morning. Pierre, South Dakota, ready to go. Waylon Turner says they're down 60% at the farm down by Shields over there, Raleigh Shields area.
Ouch.
But he's still seeing some decent ones.
Good. Talked to another gentleman down in that area also. Solon area, horrible, he said. Where a friend of mine hunts, he said it was horrible there. They weren't seeing anything.
Yeah. Yep, it's just sickening, man, but I'm not even hunting. Even the mule deer are getting affected by it. And I know a lot of people, mule deer can't get affected by it. Bullshit. They are, and it's they don't look good. They look sick. The bucks have like brittle antlers on them.
Really?
Yeah. There's some biologists out of South Dakota to Shirado in Montana. They're like, oh hell yeah, mule deer can get affected by it. They said they get sick like they don't die like whitetail do from it, but they get really, really sick and skinny.
Sick.
I wouldn't eat any deer that we would have around the ranch this year. I would have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, that's part of my thinking myself. It's like, I don't know, my ambition. I'm going to go sit. I don't, if I shoot something or not, I don't care. I didn't want to turn my tag in $30. Game and Fish can have that, I guess. I'm not worried about that.
No.
But I'm just going to go sit and try and enjoy a few evenings or days out. And
yep.
If I feast, I can sit and watch deer just as much as if I have to pull a trigger or not. That's not the idea behind it.
And it's a good show for you guys to do is some of this EHD stuff and show the devastation in some of these places too.
And there is
Thank
a
you,
lot
Jesse.
of it.
Appreciate it, buddy. All right, we got 6 stations, 60 seconds on Mark, 60 seconds.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm still gonna, I wait to archery hunt until after rifle season. Just something I do, but
yeah,
it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Okay, 30-second stations coming up here. 30 seconds, and the 30-second mark is going to be Mark right there. All right, Kurt, I'm going to turn you down here a little bit. So we're going to get the rest of the stations ready. Jesse, I'm not sure if he's got it or not here, but give him a call, please. I'd appreciate that. I'm sure he'll figure it out. He's pretty tech savvy. 10 seconds stations, 10 seconds. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Saturday edition of Dakota Prairie Outdoors. Good morning, and good to have you along here on, this morning looking pretty good. I know the wind's going to blow over quite a bit of the western Dakota side of things here today, but we'll make it through it here. There's no doubt about it. Congratulations. It's West River rifle season in South Dakota. The opener starts today. So West River, South Dakota, Montana, North Dakota, all in the rifle season at this time. Good to have you along on great radio stations all across the Dakota Territory and around the world on my YouTube channel. KGFX in Pierre, South Dakota, KOLY in Mobridge, KFIR in Bismarck, Mandan, KCJB in Minot, and of course, KLTC in Dickinson. Good to have you along here this morning. My guest for the next hour is Kurt Shirado from Ultimate Outdoor Adventure TV. Good morning, Kurt Shirado. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you for asking. And just hanging out today. And like you said, watching the weather a little bit. Winds are going to blow, but can't complain for mid-November.
I'm kind of fought between two ways of thinking right now, Kurt. We need the moisture in the western side of this state here in the Dakota Territory pretty bad. So a lot of people are like, it'd be nice to get some of that good heavy wet snow. And then on the other hand, it's like, I don't quite have enough feed wrap, put together to make it from now until the end of calving season. So if it could wait until like maybe January 15th or so, that'd be kind of, then it can rain and snow all at once.
Yeah,
But I'm kind
I'll
of
take
stuck.
a little more rain instead of the snow right now, but I guess it is what it is.
It is.
We've been pretty lucky, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. Every day we wake up, it's a pretty good day to wake up here.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I had a couple things. A few things I have to announce here. Congratulations to the Peer Governors. They are the 2021 Class 11 AA state football champions. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. So
nice.
Congratulations to the folks down in Peer that way. And also, we have a couple of things going on here, and we'll get to those here as we go in and out of the breaks here. Some coyote tournaments, also some other things going on around the network of stations that we're on. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that. But other than that, here, deer season, rifle season is upon us. How did your archery season? Are you finished up with your archery bow tag, or are you still working on that like I am?
Well, yeah, it's been we kind of chatted before we went on air here, and my fall season has been a little off sync compared to other years. So my archery season has been put on the back burner a little bit. I spent a lot of time this fall up on Lake Sakakawea. We had such a mild fall that I've been fishing. I actually, for the first time probably in my life, I was up on the lake for opener of deer season this year, which has probably never happened for me. But we had some work to do and get done up there, and we did that, and we had beautiful weather. So I took to the water all fall this year. I've wanted to do it in the back of my mind for many years. Get out in the field, and we've been pushing hunting hard, but the opportunity kind of came upon us. My wife's son and our bought a cabin up on the lake this year. So
well, that doesn't hurt.
No, we've been up helping with that and kind of getting things settled in and getting everything personalized. And it's been work, but it's been giving me an opportunity to hang out up there a lot easier in this fall weather. You never know what you're going to have, if it's going to be cold, snowy, windy, rainy, or nice like we've had the last month or so. So spent a lot of time up there. Have not archery hunted quite so much yet, but and even like I was telling you earlier, our deer season, the rifle season, with everything going on, it's just my heart's really not in it this year. But I am going to go sit a few days and just see what Mother Nature has to offer out there, I guess.
When we talk about EHD and what it's done to the whitetail in some areas, and I got a buddy down by Scranton. He says there's still tons and tons of deer down there. I went through the grocery store yesterday, talked to a young lady. She's head south of Bowman, and she says there's a lot of deer down there. But they also, I think, they've had EHD go through that area over the last few years. And I wonder if they haven't worked up some type of kind of immunity to it, a little bit of that herd.
Maybe.
I wonder if they haven't, because, if any year was going to give it to them really bad. But like up in our area, we've never had EHD along the river. And it has decimated our whitetail population like crazy here. So, it hit our area where it's not hitting some areas. So I guess there's still some areas, but that have decent whitetail. Waylon, he chimed in here before we went on the radio side, and he says about down 60% at their place, but he's still seeing some decent ones. I'm not seeing that in my area, and the whitetails especially taken a drastic hit from this EHD. Now, like you, it's kind of takes the wind out of my sails. I had a couple people lined up. I had two youth, their very first time hunting ever in their life, wanting to get out and do some whitetail hunting. And I had to call up their dad and just tell them, I'm like, I don't have anything. I have nothing to take them to this year. And, that's one thing about, taking these kids out, is getting them and teaching them how to hunt and the excitement about hunting. Not only that, but how to field dress and gut a deer and bone it out.
Yeah.
And that whole thing, so hopefully next year we can get those two kids, granted it's a year later and one of them's going to have to go in the regular lottery. They don't get their youth tag just over the counter. So sure. I don't know what you're seeing about that, but on the youth side, are you seeing some of these kids kind of having some, deer depression out there or what?
Yeah, like you were saying at the first part of that thing, I think no matter where you go, no matter what we do, what we experience, we're going to have pockets where it's worse than others. I mean, our entire state is not shut down of deer, but it's just such a large area of people, farmers, ranchers, and everybody that have witnessed such a large decrease of numbers of those deer. Yes, it's set my mindset back, and we did have. I know Jason and John last weekend had a youth hunter come down, and I was not part of that, but the whole experience went really, really well. But
Good.
They ended up shooting a mule deer, which was good. They had the whole experience. He had a tag. It all went good. I think mom and dad were extremely excited. The experience went well. I think the whole scenario was what you want when you get the young kids out there. And for me, it's no different. I mean, I would want them to experience the same thing I want to experience.
Yeah.
And I was just talking yesterday. It's like, I don't want to go out and just shoot a deer. To me, that's no fun. I want to go out. I want to hunt. I want to do the experience. I want to sit. I want to watch. I like watching deer move.
I do too.
I mean,
you learn a lot, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And it's fun watching them do that. And then if you play your chess game to win, that's part of it. But whether you get it or not, I mean, we all go out there and strive to do those things. But for me, I don't care if I got to field dress the deer out in the back and quarter it and get it in the backpack and take it out. I mean, to me, that's the experience of it. Yeah. And that's what I'd want the kids to experience. It ain't just drive out there, shoot it, mom and dad field dress it for you and do everything else, and it goes in the freezer. To me, give it to them all. I
have some stories coming up here. We're against our break, but I got some stories about some people not wanting to walk here, and I'll tell you those coming up here. Kurt Shirado is my guest here on Dakota Prairie Outdoors. Hey, don't forget Shriefer Red Angus sale January 29th this year at the ranch. You'll see 2-year-old bulls for sale, registered bred heifers, commercial open heifers. Again, it's Shriefer Red Angus annual bull sale at the ranch this year. And best of all, they're serving flesh keetla. That's right. That's coming up. Shriefer Red Angus, January 29th, 2022. I'll be there. Hope you are too. We'll be back with more on Dakota Prairie Outdoors after these.
The North Dakota Stockman's Foundation will host a night of fun-filled Western elegance at the Stockman's Ball, December 11th in Bismarck. Come enjoy prime rib, auctions, entertainment, and dancing to live music. Build a legacy for the state's cattle industry through the foundation, which provides scholarships, disaster relief, research support, and more. It's a good time and for a good cause. For tickets, call 223-2522. That's the Stockman's Ball, December 11th in Bismarck.
Are you looking for a home loan? Dakota Community Bank and Trust makes it easy and convenient to find the best loan program and most current rates available. Whether you are shopping for a home for the first time or thinking about new construction or refinancing, we offer the assistance of an experienced mortgage officer, together with a convenient online or in-person application process. Let us walk alongside you to find that exact loan to meet your specific needs. Find your local home loan officer at dakotacommunitybank.com.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
Our outdoor heritage is important to North Dakotans, and the state's oil and natural gas industry is advancing the possibilities for conservation. The North Dakota Outdoor Heritage Fund receives up to $40 million per biennium from oil and natural gas taxes. The industry is reclaiming land for future generations, and it's developing our state's natural resources in harmony with our great outdoors and wildlife. North Dakota Oil and Natural Gas, advancing the possibilities. Brought to you by the North Dakota Petroleum Foundation.
Pfeiffer's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Savvy would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Pfeiffer's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Savvy. For more information or land updates, go to Pfeiffer's.com. Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can do it in a fraction of time with just one person on foot or horseback. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
For over 80 years, Dakota Community Bank and Trust has been your locally owned hometown bank, an honor we take great pride in. And our customer satisfaction has always been our most important goal. We've gone along with the communities we serve and will continue to do so with our pledge of modern banking convenience with old-fashioned hometown service. From remote deposit options to online mortgage applications, we are happy to serve you wherever you are. Learn more at dakotacommunitybank.com. That's dakotacommunitybank.com.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
Our outdoor heritage is important to North Dakotans, and the state's oil and natural gas industry is advancing the possibilities for conservation. The North Dakota Outdoor Heritage Fund receives up to $40 million per biennium from oil and natural gas taxes. The industry is reclaiming land for future generations, and it's developing our state's natural resources in harmony with our great outdoors and wildlife. North Dakota Oil and Natural Gas, advancing the possibilities. Brought to you by the North Dakota Petroleum Foundation.
Don't you worry, one day I'll settle down. And when that time comes, I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody. Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition continues here all across the Dakota Territory on great stations like KFYR in Bismarck, Mandan, KCJB in Minot, KLTC in Dickinson, KOLY Mobridge, and also KGFX in Pierre, South Dakota. Again, congratulations to the Pierre Governors, 11A, Class 11 AA state football champions. Again, you can be a hero hunger. Dakota Radio Group, along with Carl's, donate your non-perishable food items November 10th through the 14th. So you have one more day here. Take it to the Carl's location in the Pierre area. Other events going on here, I'll tell you this right now. The Outdoor Campus is happening in Rapid City, South Dakota. This is an ice fishing seminar coming up on December 9th. And if you want to look into coyote tournaments, man, do we have a lot of coyote tournaments and ice fishing tournaments. I'll hit those at the end of the show and get through those. Kurt Shirado is my guest here from Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV. Kurt, welcome back here to the program. You said you spent a lot of time this summer and fall on the big water doing some fishing. Let's talk how it went. I entered my very first fishing tournament this year.
Nice.
I did.
Where at?
It was the Dakota Walleye Classic.
Oh yeah, yep.
It was a good experience. You know, we caught
good.
fish both days. Granted, you know, we didn't place we did not get last, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I think we beat like 40 teams. So
Sure.
it was a win to me because there were some teams that we beat that definitely have been doing it a lot longer than me. So but we had a good second day, caught some really nice ones, and it was exciting, you know, just trying different things and just focused on one thing, and that's just hammering the fish and just trying what you can. And what did you find working for you different depths? Did you find them in the deeper? What was working for you?
Well, I'm going to go back to your Dakota Walleye Classic tournament. I was up there that actual weekend.
Oh.
I remember it well. And I remember all the guys that pre-fished, I think, are going to vouch for the same thing. And if you were up there pre-fishing early that week, it was amazing.
Pre-fish? What's that? I had work to do. I was lucky I got 2 days to do that.
Well, I think we all go up and maybe try and pre-fish just to make an excuse so we can put more days on the water and fish and have fun. But those guys that were up there pre-fishing, the early part of that week, the fishing was amazing. And it was, if I remember right, maybe Wednesday of that week, something happened and things, it just shut off.
Yeah.
I mean, it was tough. And I do know the couple days during the tournament, I was actually out there those days. They were tough days. They were really tough days. And there are people that are extremely good fishermen. And we all know, I mean, there's consistency to those guys that do good, but you need a little bit of luck always to catch the right fish. But you had some darn tough days to fish. So don't judge it all on the days of the tournament. There's a lot that goes with it. I think the camaraderie and all the fun everybody has, and there's a lot of ribbon that goes on back and forth from boat to boat and all the good stuff and the time shared at camp. It's all fun stuff. So
I was making side bets with Justin Thiel. Yeah. And just because it was my first time and everything, but yeah, we did not have a great first day. Both of our teams didn't. So we were making side bets.
Yeah, it was a tough day, but like I said, I think people come out of those, they have a good time.
Yeah.
And then I saw that a lot this year was that lake is humbling, as is any big body of water. You think you got things figured out, and then Mother Nature throws a curve at you, and you still can't put your finger on why or why not the fish changed or something happened. They moved, but I spent a lot of time from that tournament on in late July. Those fish start going deeper, and they did this year. And we spent a lot of time. I learned a lot this year, just driving around and looking for fish, and not even fish until I found them. When they're 25 to 40 feet deep, you can find them on your sonar so good. And it really taught me a lot, because I did it all of August, all of September, all of October. And for me, it was effective. I mean, I had more good days than bad days. And some of those times it was just frustrating. You see them down there and you just can't figure out why they won't bite. I had 5 rods out, trying 5 different things, trying to get things to happen. Just couldn't make it happen. But all in all, good year up there. Really good.
It's one thing I learned that, I mean, I don't fish a lot. I mean, that's one thing I don't do. I mean, I'm out here hunting and shooting a lot more than I do anything else, but fishing, one thing, I learned many things at the tournament. Some were funny, some were not so, but the first one thing I learned is there's a lot of people with pretty fancy pickups and boats that don't know how to back up.
Yep.
That's one thing I've realized. And we take that for advantage here on the ranch, because we end up usually backing something up almost on a daily basis. But working the mud line, it was kind of a windy tournament. It's definitely one of those things where it created a different pockets where it was way windier on the south side than it was on the north side if you got in some of those bays. But we worked one of the mud lines, and I thought I was snagged up, and this is the first over 20-inch big walleye that I caught. I think it was like 28 or 29 inches.
Oh, boy.
It was a big one, yeah. And
yes,
not only did I learn about the mud line, that Jesse taught me a little bit about where, that you can explain that probably better than I can. But as soon as you catch, you get one of those big fish in any boat that's zipping by you at 50 miles an hour, immediately puts the brakes on and comes over and fishes that entire spot. But explain the mud line thing a little bit better.
I'm still laughing about your whole experience there and the backing up kind of thing. It's I've done it my whole life, and I pretty much take it for granted. But even at work, I ask people, and some people I get the strangest look, like, "Are you kidding me?" And then the next guy's, Yeah, they don't have a clue.
Yeah.
But back to your mudline thing. Yeah, obviously in North Dakota, we deal with wind, and that lake is wide open. There's all kinds of stuff getting stirred up, and those mud lines are created just from wind. There's wind pounding into shore, and there's silt and sand in there, and that all gets stirred up. And sometimes those mud lines, I mean, if we get wind that's blowing for days and days, they're probably a little bit more pronounced from the top of the water column, maybe down into the bottom. But a lot of those mud lines are created. I think only you and I see them up on the top of the surface and going down. And sometimes we're not in that deep of water.
Yeah.
And if the wind is blowing right, I mean, I've tried to fish many of them with no success. And then just like anything else, you find the right ones that are set up right, and those fish relate to them just like structure. I mean, it's a way for those fish to relate to. Again, things got to be set up right. I mean, you can't just go drive out and look for a mud line and fish it. Some of those mud lines are out in 80 feet of water. Some of them are just stirred up into the shore. But when that water is getting stirred up, it's creating, the bait fish are in there feeding on the debris and stuff. And then the fish we're after go in there and start feeding on the bait fish. So it's another means of, I'll just call it what we relate to on the river, where the current causes those kind of things to happen. Current makes water move, and wind makes water move. So a lot of this debris is getting stirred up and causing a food chain to go in there and start feeding. And when those fish get in there and relate to that, they're on a feed. And if you can find that right setup, that's what you're there to do. And then they want to feed on your bait, and that's when it's good.
Have you ever had anybody else jump in your pickup and back your boat in for you?
Well, not in mine, but I've jumped in many others and backed theirs. I see a lot of people at the ramp, and I'm all for it.
It's all about helping out.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's, sometimes there's a wife on hand or a young kid on hand, and they're just learning, and there can be pressure at the boat ramp. We all know that. It doesn't have to be that way.
We'll talk more about this here. We're up against our second break. We'll come back in the second half hour. More things you learn from a fishing tournament. I'll tell you mine, and Kurt will kind of evaluate them from there. We'll have more coming up your way. Dakota Prairie Outdoors continues all across the Dakota Territory right after these messages.
The North Dakota Stockman's Foundation will host a night of fun-filled Western elegance at the Stockman's Ball, December 11th in Bismarck. Come enjoy prime rib, auctions, entertainment, and dancing to live music. Build a legacy for the state's cattle industry through the foundation, which provides scholarships, disaster relief, research support, and more. It's a good time and for a good cause. For tickets, call 223-2522. That's the Stockman's Ball, December 11th in Bismarck.
Are you looking for a home loan? Dakota Community Bank and Trust makes it easy and convenient to find the best loan program and most current rates available. Whether you are shopping for a home for the first time or thinking about new construction or refinancing, we offer the assistance of an experienced mortgage officer, together with a convenient online or in-person application process. Let us walk alongside you to find that exact loan to meet your specific needs. Find your local home loan officer at dakotacommunitybank.com.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
Our outdoor heritage is important to North Dakotans, and the state's oil and natural gas industry is advancing the possibilities for conservation. The North Dakota Outdoor Heritage Fund receives up to $40 million per biennium from oil and natural gas taxes. The industry is reclaiming land for future generations, and it's developing our state's natural resources in harmony with our great outdoors and wildlife. North Dakota Oil and Natural Gas, advancing the possibilities. Brought to you by the North Dakota Petroleum Foundation.
Piper's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Piper's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby. For more information or land updates, go to pifers.com.
Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can do it in a fraction of time with just one person on foot or horseback. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
For over 80 years, Dakota Community Bank and Trust has been your locally owned hometown bank, an honor we take great pride in. And our customer satisfaction has always been our most important goal. We've gone along with the communities we serve and will continue to do so with our pledge of modern banking convenience with old-fashioned hometown service. From remote deposit options to online mortgage applications, we are happy to serve you wherever you are. Learn more at dakotacommunitybank.com. That's dakotacommunitybank.com.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
Our outdoor heritage is important to North Dakotans, and the state's oil and natural gas industry is advancing the possibilities for conservation. The North Dakota Outdoor Heritage Fund receives up to $40 million per biennium from oil and natural gas taxes. The industry is reclaiming land for future generations, and it's developing our state's natural resources in harmony with our great outdoors and wildlife. North Dakota Oil and Natural Gas, advancing the possibilities. Brought to you by the North Dakota Petroleum Foundation.
Don't you worry, one day I'll settle down. And when that time comes, I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody. Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition continues all across the Dakota Territory, around the world on my YouTube live channel. If you want to call in and join in on the conversation, if you have questions about hunting, fishing, life relationships, Kurt Shirado will be able to take care of that. 888-932-5682. That's 888-932-5682. I had that one time. Somebody called in and asked, do guys like getting flowers? Was the question the lady asked me. And I was like, well, I guess, we open the phone lines up, and how do you answer that? It's like, if somebody came up to me and if it was a nice looking gal came up and gave me a bouquet of flowers, it's not like you're going to turn them away, are you? I mean, you're not going to be that person.
No, or maybe my granddaughter or something.
Exactly.
It probably depends who it is to make the situation. I'm not even going to say acceptable, but enjoyable or not. So yeah, there'd be a little bit dependency on what and who it was for that question anyway.
Yeah, everybody said it's all depending on how comfortable you are with your masculinity.
I'm okay either way. So
whatever.
I can take them or leave them, I guess.
That's right. So if anybody wants to give Kurt anything for his birthday or Christmas, dozen red roses probably is right up his alley. Right?
That'll work for sure.
888-932-5682 if you want to give a call. You can also text me at 425-6651. That's 701-425-6651. South Dakota West River Deer opener today, and one of the guys, the mayor of Mobridge, skipping it. Do you know why? Kurt, guess why he's skipping it.
Well, I'm thinking of the date. Well, I don't think our EHD conversation, the way you're talking,
it wasn't
like it's going to be the answer. His anniversary.
Nope. Well, maybe he took his wife to Hairball in Deadwood last night.
Okay.
You know what that is, right?
I do.
Yeah,
that's my era. That's me.
Listening to a little bit of Motley
me.
Crue, some Poison, some Rat. Yeah.
Yeah, when I had hair and a mullet and everything else to go with it, and yeah, that was my time.
Oh, good stuff here. Let's go to the phone lines here. It's bringing Jesse's on the line here. How you doing this morning, Jesse?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Just got a quick observation talking with a lot of people here this last couple of weeks, especially with the deer situation we've got and the nice weather we had. Do you think North Dakota Game and Fish would ever consider, and this has been talked about for years, a lot of people think our deer season is too early. Do you think they would ever consider moving it back 1 to 2 weeks, have the opening weekend over Veterans Day weekend, or even a week later, so that we get further or closer to the rut or further into the rut? These deer are so spread out, the ones that we do have left, people are having a heck of a time finding them. Do you think that would ever be something that they would consider and actually do?
Kurt, you go first and I'll finish this up.
Well, my thought is it's probably not going to happen. It's been such a staple in North Dakota where our season lies for such a long time. Some other states totally avoid the rut season because they don't want to make it, we'll just say, easy for the hunter to go out and harvest the deer when they're most vulnerable. So I think the way where we have our season, me personally, I'm probably okay with it. As far as some of the time frame with the diseases and stuff, I mean, normally our Novembers aren't this nice out. Lately we've seen it. Me personally, I'm probably okay where our season lies. It's kind of that pre-rut thing all the way into some of our rutting season. So I think as a sportsman or a hunter, I think we have a pretty fair chance at trying to harvest a good animal if that's what our goal is. Obviously, any time of the year we can go out and have fun hunting, but me personally, I think our rifle season is in an okay part of the time of the year, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. It kind of made me think of it when Scott brought up at the beginning of the show that, what do you say, South Dakota West River season just opened today.
Yep. And East River opens up next week.
Oh, so their East River's even later yet. Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing how two neighboring states can manage things so differently, and it's just kind of interesting.
Well, here's my I'm going to throw my 2 cents in here, Kurt, very quickly, if you don't mind. Here is personally, I would like to see the rifle season after the rut is over. And that the only reason I say that is because I really think that there's some big bucks that don't get the chance to breed back. Because most people are after those big bucks. And that's that's like you said, but on the game and fish side, their job is to manage the wildlife. And what easier way to be able to have success rates higher that's during the rut. So I completely understand why they have it during that peak season.
Yeah, and those big deer though have been breeding for the last 2 or 3 years. So those genetics are still out there. They just didn't get this last season, but I see what you're saying.
That's just it's my opinion.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I think all three of us could probably sit in a room and have great conversation, and I think we'd probably all have good points on it. To give you what's the best answer, I'm not sure I have that, but everybody's going to make great points that I think we all think about. Then, and good point, Scott. Good point.
Yeah,
right.
But to come up with the true answer, like Scott said, Game and Fish is there to manage that. Most of the time we're not dealing with such devastating issues. I mean, we around here in North Dakota, weather can be an issue. We lose a lot of critters due to our winter storms. Now we got a whole nother animal we're dealing with EHT. So it's a constant battle. It's not easy. I think it's a pretty tough job to manage our wildlife. I really do.
And I think that's why the conversation has came up again this year, is because of the disease and just a horrible year for the wildlife we've had with drought and then disease on top of it. Is people are having a hard time finding game, and there's even people having a hard time finding mule deer in certain areas. So that's part of this conversation of, are we doing it right? So.
Well,
thanks, guys.
You bet. Thanks for the call.
Absolutely.
88.
Thank you.
888-932 888-932-5682. Excuse me. I had to do a little coughing there, Kurt, here. But I got a text message, one with advice for their daughter bringing home a boyfriend, but we'll get to that after this one. Too many hunters getting lazy. It says, get your butt out of the pickup, put miles on your feet. Okay.
I like it.
So here's what I'm running against this year. Slope County has a burn ban on, which means no traveling on 2-track trails. Okay. I mean, thank God they did that, because it is dangerously dry as snot out here. And it still is. Yeah, we had a little bit of flurry of snow and it's still dry. Okay. And talking with our deputy chief, we discussed this quite lengthily. He's also the fire chief at the same time in our county. And he says the same thing. It is still bone dry out there and we have to try to save what we can. So on opening day, I'm pressure washing my stock trailer out, and I had 3 young guys drive into the yard, and they walked over and actually stopped. And because I have the gate, there's a section line road that goes up to the corner of some federal. And from that gate to the corner is probably, I can count it out my window right now. There's telephone poles. It's 300 yards. Okay. And I asked them, they said, well, can we just drive up to that corner? I'm like, I'd really appreciate if you just stop right by that gate, because there's a little gravel pit area. Just park right there and walk up there. If you get something down, let me know. We'll figure something out. I can, whatever.
Yep.
They're like, we have to walk that 300 yards. That was their response to me. They did not want, they seriously, they got in their vehicles and they drove away. And all they did was drive on gravel roads around the neighbors got everything in the plots down here. And all they did was sit there in the middle of the road and just glass from the road. And
I'd have been more than thankful for what you said and just given me the opportunity to go. And I'd have said, thank you, parked, and I'd have been happy.
Well, good grief here. It's hunting, and yesterday it was busy. The roads are in today too. The same thing I see right now. There's 2 people parked by that gate. Good for them, let them at it. But I'm seeing more and more of it, especially this year, more road hunters than I've ever seen. Is that going to be the new norm here, Kurt? I mean, is it? I mean, you used to see people come in with a jug of whiskey and say, hey, here you go.
Yeah.
And it's like, sorry, I already got family hunting. Oh, okay. Well, here, just think of us next time we come or something.
Exactly.
But I'm not seeing that as much as, especially over the last 10 years, I've seen more and more of the road hunting side of things.
Well,
is it because the age is getting older or not?
Well, it might have to do with the era and the people and the bring up and stuff of everybody, but you're talking to the wrong person when it comes to that, because I'm way too passionate about hunting and getting on my feet and walking. I am not a car driver. I'm not a vehicle hunter. I'll tell you a quick story. Many years ago, Montana, legal to drive almost anywhere out there. I was on private land coming back. We'd walked the entire day, got picked up about sundown. We had about a half hour to hunt. Driving back to the ranch through big open property. I mean, great property to hunt. The buddy with me yells, there's that deer we were after, blah, blah, blah. I'd seen it jump across. I got out of the vehicle. I ran about 200 yards, set up on a knoll. The deer popped through it, came up real quick. I shot it and killed it. The most worst experience of my entire life. I could not figure out why I hated that hunt. Number one, it wasn't the deer we thought it was. It wasn't his fault. Sure. I had my eyes on it too. That was, but I kept thinking, why was that hunt so bad for me? And it took me a couple months to pinpoint it, but I cannot get out of a vehicle and harvest an animal. It means nothing to me. I'd rather put on a backpack and go in the Badlands and walk and come home feeling tired and exhausted and get nothing.
Yeah.
But from a vehicle, there's no excitement for me to jump out and shoot an animal at all.
Yeah.
I have zero excitement in that.
Yeah, it's more, I think, one of the toughest ones, one of my most memorable ones is packing out a deer out of the Badlands here by myself. It took me about 6 hours to get it done by myself.
But
Yeah.
you remember it.
It
you
was
remember
awesome.
it
Yeah.
well.
Well, it's if you're
Yeah, it
watching
is
YouTube, it's this one right over my shoulder is that one right there. That's why it's hanging up behind me on my YouTube channel. So
It's crazy how fun that is, and just how you just need to get people out there and do that and park the vehicles, and I don't know, get the experience, get the whole ball of wax out of it,
yeah, during youth season, I saw something I really wish I wouldn't have witnessed, and that was a youth shooting from the pickup inside the cab, resting the rifle on the mirror.
Yeah,
Which I don't think it's legal, but I don't know. So
it shouldn't happen, regardless.
Yeah.
The adult responsible for taking that individual should be talked to extremely. I mean, that's not right. And it's just going to keep going. That individual is going to keep growing up and doing the same thing because they don't know any better, probably now.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's the way they were brought up. I have one from Darren here. I'm going to have him explain his a little bit further before I get into it. But the other question, text comes in, says, I have a life question for you. My daughter bringing home a boyfriend. Do you have any place that we can go? I don't know if he means hunting or burying a body.
Yeah, we'd have to have a little bit more specific on that.
Yeah. In order to answer this legally,
we need a little more descriptive question with a little more detail, maybe.
Darren says, my pet peeve is the statewide gratis tags that some of these landowners think they have. That's one thing I need him to explain a little bit more on that, or he can call in at 888-932-5682. But I'm not even using my gratis tag this year. There's just nothing around, Kurt. It's pretty tough for me to take something that's going to be
not there.
Well, it's just like running cattle. If I first off, if I shoot all my bulls before breeding season, I'm not going to have my cows bred up. And if I, just keep working away and whittling down on my cows, I'm never going to have a herd eventually. So I'm going to let them build up a little bit, but that's just a different. But I also understand the other side of people, that they have to apply for this and they have to work on points, and they finally get drawn for their tag. I completely understand that too. Which is
it is. I'm not going to be, hypocritical and say one thing and then preach one thing and say another or do another type thing. But to each his own. Everybody's got to go out there and view this the way they want. And I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong or vice versa, but I'm just going to tell people to go out and keep your tag. And if you go hunting, go hunting. Just go try and have a good experience. And if something good happens out there, as far as an animal, do what you feel is right. I don't know the answer. I don't know what's right or wrong. To me, I want to go out, and it's that time of the year. It only comes around once a year. So go out and have some fun and see some critters. And if you shoot one, you do. If you don't, you don't.
Absolutely. He says some of these guys with gratis tags I see that are hunting 10 to 15 miles away from their land. That I do agree with, Darren. Good point. If you get a gratis tag, you have to put in what land you're hunting on, and that should be where you're hunting. That I do agree with. So, Kurt, we're going to go through some tournaments coming up, and I'm going to do this while you're still with me here because some of these we might have to talk about. But I know you guys don't do a lot of coyote hunting on your TV show, but we'll get you there. We'll get you there eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's some pretty good stuff that's going on. Dakota Predator Hunters are having their 5th annual Dunn County Christmas for Kids. This coyote hunt's going to be December 3rd and 4th. Kind of a cool thing they do is the money they make, they give back to, I think it's like a social service thing, and they go around and buy basically Christmas gifts for kids and families that can't do it. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Kalen Bachmeyer Fencing having their 2nd annual coyote hunt. That's going to be January 23rd, 22nd for registration. And that's just south of the Carson area. The 2nd annual Wright Memorial Coyote Hunt, February 5th. 6th annual Predator Hunt for the Esmond Volunteer Fire Department is December 18th. You see a lot of those, Kurt, that a lot of these coyote tournaments are just basic fundraisers for Sturgis has theirs for the ambulance squad. A lot of fire departments have these. So just kind of a fun thing. Here's a ice fishing tournament.
Cool.
This gal here, hard water fishing tournament, Indian Creek in Region, February 5th. And that's courtesy of Veterans Outdoor Adventures North Dakota chapter. And we know Izzy, both of us know her pretty well. South Dakota side, we have December 3rd and 4th, Todd Antonson, Phillip, South Dakota. December 10th and 11th, Day County Hunt in Roslyn. And December 17th and 18th is the Randy Rohde Memorial in Grey Goose. The annual Pheasant Fire and Rescue is having a tournament February 5th. The North Dakota Coyote Classic is January 8th out of Dickinson, North Dakota. This is a fun one because last week I said, Jesse and I said we had the smartest listening audience. The 3rd annual Smoke and Gun Squirrel Hunt in Souris, North Dakota, also known as Hotel California, I guess, by the guy that called us in. I had like 5 text messages and 2 phone calls on this. And so anyway, that's December 4th. For that, I'll have more information. I might get one of those guys to come on my show with me. Nice. Coming up tonight in Baker, Montana. I've been doing the auctioneering for this for about 5-6 years now. It's the Fallon County Wild Game Feed. We have like 100 guns given away there. We're talking buffalo, mountain lion, axis deer, regular deer. Wow. There's like 7 or 8, 9 different type of dishes that are made up on this. It's just absolutely crazy here. And what they do with the money on this stuff is they give it to like fire departments if they want to build a new fire truck or any of that kind of stuff. So it's
like that those small town gigs are awesome. That's the way it should be. That sounds fun, and it sounds like it's going to a great cause.
It is, and it all stays local. Brandon says he heard that the Bachmeyer Coyote Hunt is going to be held out of Shields Bar this year. Can you confirm this? Well, I don't know. My listening audience might help me out with that. Lone Tree Saddle Club in Galva is having theirs December 10th and 11th. What else is going on? I have 20 tickets left for the Shasta Blodgett gun raffle I'm doing here to raise a little bit of money for her, offset some expenses. So just all kinds of great stuff going on here. So Bison Fire Department having theirs December 3rd and 4th. The Youth Coyote Hunt down in Long Valley, South Dakota, January 1st and 2nd. So just a lot of great events going on around the area. So one other thing here, a problem that I find increased this year, waterfowl and deer hunters in our area rely more on their smartphones. Not one of them stopped at a place to actually ask permission to go hunting. That is true, and I think it's one of those fights we're going to continue on here as the technology continues, Kurt, with the electronic posting and all that kind of stuff. But we're up against the break here, or we're done for the hour. Another hour wasted right here on the Dakota Prairie Outdoors. Kurt, thank you so much for coming on the program. Have yourself a great weekend and enjoy, my friend.
Yep, thanks for having me. It's fun.
You bet. Kurt Shirado to Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV. You can find more information on their website, Facebook page, video, Amazon Prime. Their videos are all over the place. Thanks for tuning in. DakotaPrairieOutdoors.com is my website. Eat some meat, drink some milk, have yourself a great weekend. Make sure to stop in and talk to a landowner this weekend. All right. Thank you, radio stations. Appreciate that. Now, Kurt, now that we're just on YouTube only, we can probably give some advice about burying a body or taking somebody hunting.
We can maybe do that.
Yeah. YouTube after hours, my friend. So, hey, again, thank you. I appreciate you coming on and making a little time on a Saturday. I know it's not always easy.
Nope, absolutely. It's just fun. Like I said, up in Watford City, spending time. My granddaughter there in the championship for WDA volleyball. She's a senior this year.
Nice.
So I'm wishing her and the rest of the Bismarck Demons some good luck tonight. Just out west doing our thing with the family. So after that tonight, scramble back home and do a little deer hunting tomorrow. I'm going to go sit all day from sunrise to sunset and just see what I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit today here. I'm going to go check some cows and some fences in the south side of the pastures and my lease property. And from there, go to Baker and do that auction tonight.
That sounds fun.
It's such a good time. And they have a whole section just for kids. And I mean, we're talking not only guns, but I mean, we're talking like 70-inch TVs and stuff. I mean, this guy goes all out and he just does such a nice job. And, we usually raise about right around that $100,000 mark. And, he keeps it, like he re-roofed like 3 churches, I think, a couple years ago.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's really,
I mean,
good.
not just in Baker, Montana, but around the North, South Dakota and Montana area. He helped fund one of the fire trucks out of Marmouth and I think out of Ekalaka. Just things like that. And it all started because of he lost his son a few years ago. He was a high school kid and had an accident and lost his son. So he said, instead of being angry about it, I'm going to try to put something together as a memorial and make some money and donate to all these people. And does a hell of a job.
Yeah, it's horrible that, we, and me included, no exception, that it takes things like that in life to turn people around and recognize these things, and hats off to them. I mean, that's not easy to do. All that stuff he's doing to raise money, that's not easy work. I mean, these fundraisers, people are coming, obviously everybody's donating to the cause, but the work that goes involved to getting things going, it's not easy.
No, and especially with gaming licenses with the state and all kinds of crap like that too.
Yeah, no, that just sounds like a fun social event. I could care less if a guy would go in there and win a gun or win a TV. I think it just sounds interesting to sit and BS with all the people coming there together and trying all these different foods and stuff like that.
Oh, and the mountain lion chili is awesome.
Yeah.
And none of this stuff tastes like wild game. It just they do a hell of a nice job.
No, that sounds pretty inviting to me. That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, just it's their last weekend of deer season over Montana for rifle, so it's the end of theirs instead of everybody usually does this on the beginning of things, but it works out pretty nicely this way anyway, in that zone anyway, that area. But sure. I suppose, man, I'll let you get your workout and get going. Have a good day, and hopefully we can catch up soon sometime.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, and stay healthy, and happy holidays. All that holiday season stuff is coming up.
Yeah,
so be safe out there, and happy holidays.
You too. Thanks, Kurt. Have yourself a good one.
Thank you.
You bet.
Too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, YouTube. Thank you guys for sticking with me here and having a little bit of fun. Ivan, if you're still listening, I got a place, and I got a skid steer. So if your daughter's boyfriend doesn't come up to snuff, just let me know. We can find a place in the Badlands that might look just like a cut bank fell over, if you know what I mean. I'm just kidding. Have yourself a good one, YouTube. Make sure to keep letting other people know to subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you.